Hello and welcome to the Scraggsman channel. Today I'll be ranking every Mario Sports Mix character on this tier list, based on how good they are, how useful they are, and their power. And I'll be going through each tier individually, starting from the bottom, making my way up to S. Just so I'm not juggling too many characters at once, or mix them up in the wrong tier, if that makes any sense. So, I'll tell you which characters are viable. If you've played the game before, you definitely know who S tier is, unless there's something I'm missing, which I hope there isn't, but let's begin. Starting with D tier is Bowser. The thing with Bowser is that he's slow, and he is part of the power stat, and the power stat, if you play the game, is pretty useless compared to the others, as the only thing it kind of works its way into is dodgeball, because you deal more damage as the power character, I think at least. But then if you're good enough, you can just catch the ball and it doesn't really affect anything. Basketball, it's useless. Hockey, it might be decent in hockey from like the fights and actually tackling people, but if you're fast, you can just run around them. And in volleyball, they're probably useless in volleyball, I imagine. His power's fine with the fire blast he does, but other than being a likeable character, it sort of does suck, and it's demonstrated in the intro when he gets wrecked by Mario when he runs around him. Pretty poor. Next is Donkey Kong. Now you might be seeing a common theme with the D tier. That's all the power characters. It is all the power characters. I'll just throw Wario in there as well. And the thing with Donkey Kong is that it's the thing with Bowser is that the same thing applies to Donkey Kong. Slow, power. They basically have the same stats. His power, he throws no, he doesn't throw the banana. He slams the ground like in a Donkey Kong Country. And that's a decent power, but there's only so far the powers can get you when just playing as the normal character doesn't really get you that far in the first place. You might be better than Bowser at basketball or any others, but I don't know, I'll put him in front of Bowser. You know, Wario's another power one. He doesn't seem as bad. He might just be not as big as the other two, but same applies to him. Like, there's not much else I can say. He has his power, the stink bomb, which clouds the view, but it's also quite a useless power, because when you cloud the view in like dodgeball, you can't actually see the people. You can see silhouettes, but you can't see it as clearly. So not only are you blocking your own vision to hit people, you're blocking others' vision when running around. And then I can only see someone playing as Wario just because I like him, but I mean, who would like him? I mean, look at him. Especially when he's got a much more, not even likable, just lovable counterpart. Unless you absolutely hate him, but I'll get onto him later. Then the surprise for the D tier is Slime. Slime is just a strange character. Like, he weren't in the Mario Hoops 3 and 3 in the DS, but he plays strange. Like, when you try and tackle, like, since he has no arms, he has nothing. He looks strange. Like, you can't tell what he's doing. Like trying to grab the ball, he just sort of like hurls his body at it, and he just doesn't seem too good. He's not quick. I think he's more. It's either technique or power. I think it's power he has more of, but Slime is just a very strange character, and he's not a very good character. And I would much rather play as the three heavies than play as him. Just that face can sell you on a lot, but that face won't win you a basketball game, I'll tell you that. So that is the full D tier. So moving on to C. C is the technique characters, I'd say. So like Peach and Daisy. These two are fine to play as. Like, you can definitely win stuff. Like, with all the characters, you can win stuff with all the characters. But what I'm talking about more, how good they are if you're playing against not a computer but someone else, like two people that know what they're doing. So Peach and Daisy are still viable. Like, you can still play as them. Daisy's power is where you trap them in the garden, and I completely forget what Peach's power. I think it's something to do with like twirling the ball somewhere. I don't even know what that would be, but I think Peach's power is okay. But other than that, these two are just sort of there. Like the technique, with technique, you're more accurate, and it only really works in, I'd say, basketball, because in basketball you have to be accurate to get the shots in the net. So that they work there, and they probably do work in volleyball, but not much I notice with that. Dodgeball is, you don't really need it for dodgeball, and the charge attack for dodgeball, they just sort of like spin the ball around and it always misses. It's annoying. Then hockey, I don't know for hockey what they're like. Probably better shooting, but these two definitely aren't the best. Got better speed, but not that much. And then I'll try Moogle in there as well. You could definitely make an argument for Moogle being in D tier, because Moogle is definitely not slow as slime, but it's still a very weird one to play as, and the power is okay. It's something about some like rainbow throw. I think that's what it was, and it's sort of on the same tier as like slimes, which is just a rubbish shot as well, which is just a bunch of slimes. But Moogle is just, I think it's another technique character. So, and it's like the first character you unlock after you beat the first tournament cup. So I wouldn't really expect much more. So moving on, actually, I'm not sure if White Mage goes in there with him, just because she's technique as well. Probably, but she probably goes at the top actually. Yeah. Come on, go on top. There we go. White Mage is the same, but then the only thing that makes me put White Mage above them all was that you always have to fight against her, the Ninja, and Black Mage in the final fight. And those three are usually quite difficult all together working well. So usually I would have put her at like bottom of B tier, but just to try and not overflow the tier list, or just put everyone in B, I'll avoid doing that and just put her here. But just know she could have been there. Her power's fine with I think it's like some weird summon shot or some crystal shot. I forget how you get her, but she's an okay character. Then B tier, this is for the all-around characters, which are, they don't really have a certain stat overflow. They're just decent, like all around, as the stat says. Like not too much power, not too much speed, not too much technique, but they've got a fine balance of it. And these two, Mario and Luigi, are definitely the definition of that. Mario's power is alright. In basketball it looks cool. It's just a fire shot. And then Luigi, I like Luigi's one because I quite like Luigi's Mansion. So he uses the Poltergust, and he either used the Poltergust to slam dunk. In dodgeball, he'll try and pull everyone towards the middle of the court, so you can shoot everyone more accurately and easier. And then Luigi's little twirl in the jump, not twirl in the jump. What am I trying to say? His little twirl in the air when he jumps. It's like the thing he does in Smash Bros, like his dash attack, where he just throws his arms about, which is quite cool. And then I can't remember Mario's. I think Mario does the Galaxy Spin. I'm pretty wrong, but I don't know. But that's why these two are here. Ninja's here as well, like above the two, because his power when you play against him is just unpredictable. You can't even fight against it. You got like a 1 in 3 chance to block him when he comes in with his 3 clones, and it is definitely annoying when you play on the hard mode in basketball, or whichever sport you get in the final for Sports Mix. It is a difficult fight, and he does look cool. Like all 3 of them look cool in that final fight. And then he has his alternate skin, the white one, which is also quite cool, and he's unique in the fact that you have to unlock him by actually going a specific route on the Star Road in the final cup. So he's the only one that has like a unique thing about him, where once you unlock him on the road, you unlock him in all sports, which is quite cool. Then I'm trying to think if anyone else goes here. Oh yeah, Yoshi goes here. Yoshi's about a draw, like a tie with Ninja, because I think both of these have the same speed, unless Yoshi has a bit more speed. But that's what separates Yoshi from Mario and Luigi. He has a bit more speed, and I think Ninja has the same. Like he's got a few good stats as well. And I think Black Mage maybe goes here as well. Probably there, I reckon. No, I'll put him above. Just for his special shot alone. His special shot, he He makes the ball vanish and it lightnings into the net. And that I swear to God, that shot is impossible to block. I attempted so many times when playing through the cups. It's impossible, I swear. His special power isn't that good because it's quite easy to block. You turn tiny, but all you got to do is jump in the air and just hit the ball, which is easy enough if you ask me. Which, I mean, is my list, so I make the choices here. So if you disagree, then oh well, make your own. And then moving up to A tier. This is where Toad goes. And this is our first sign of the speed stat. Which, in this game, speed is the defining factor between winning and losing. Honestly, if you don't have a character of speed in your team, you will, obviously you will still win. I mean, this is literally a kids game. Like, they're not going to make this competitive like some fighting game. But if you do want to win, just load your team with speed characters. Honestly, in this game, speed is all you need. Power doesn't really matter. Technique, you could sort of say it matters, but you don't really need technique if you just slam dunking like basketball. You just make sure your throws hit. And then there's one more stat I'm forgetting. It's like the fourth one. It's like random or tricky. That's it. Tricky is just some random stat. I don't even know what it does. But it makes the character random. But speed is what you need. Toad's power is quite good as well, where he spawns mushrooms on the court, and there's like 2 mushrooms circling, and if they hit you, you're knocked on the ground, and it allows them to either hit you in dodgeball or score in the other 3 sports. And he's quite good, and he also has alternate colours, which is quite cool. Which I'm surprised they didn't give more alternate colours to each character, because they only gave it to a select few, like him, Yoshi, Ninja, Black Mage, and others. And then following that, you could assume is Diddy Kong. Same as Toad, speedy character. His power, he throws a banana like a boomerang. It's not the best, but still a speedy character. And if you compare him to Donkey Kong, there's a big difference if you can't tell. Also going in A is Bowser Jr. Come on, go here. And I'm not just putting him above the others just because he was in my team. I'm lying, that's exactly why I'm putting him in A above the others, because he was in my team. Of him, Waluigi and Luigi, which I've become accustomed to using this team every time I play the game now, so that's that. His power is good, where he makes people slip with his sunshine paintbrush, which is a cool reference already. And it causes people to slide about. And this isn't just count towards character, but he has a very cool court. He is the best court in the game, the Bowser Jr. Boulevard. We have to make sure you hit the numbers correctly to get more nets in basketball or points in volleyball. It is a very, very good stage, and Bowser Jr. is a very good character. And he is miles better than Bowser as well down there. Very common theme between Bowser Jr. and being better than their counterparts, but that's fine. And then a surprise in A, which, listen, this is coming from no bias at all. Waluigi is the second best character in the game, and this is not biased because it's Waluigi. Where else do you expect Waluigi to be on this tier list? Do you expect him to be in D, C, B? No, he's in A. Am I deluded for putting him in there? Probably, but he deserves to be there. And do you know why? For his power alone. Just because he's a technique character and he's not speed like the rest, doesn't mean his power can't win him over. What he does is he flies in the air and he has this little pack which has like 4 balls coming out the side of it, and he can get 4 goals. He can knock 4 people out in dodgeball. He is one of the best powers in the game. Sure, you could say it's easy. Sure, you could be saying it's an easy one to block. It's an easy one to save. Why are you putting this high? You're biased. Well, guess what? I am biased, and he deserves to be here. Plus, he's one of my favourite characters, so he should go up there. Because this is a completely objective list, and he is the best character in the game. But all jokes aside, S tier belongs to Cactuar. And if you've played this before, you probably know this. Because Cactuar is absolutely the best character in the game. If you've seen his speed stat, honestly, he's rapid on the court. Nice. I can't even believe they actually put someone like him in it. And I think he was in the DS one, if I'm not mistaken, but he's pretty rapid there as well. And I talked about this in my Sports Week video as well, how he is the best character in the game if you got a hint from that. His power is one of the best as well. Honestly, they loaded this character with the best attributes they could. He jumps in the air and then he makes every every step they take they have to like freeze to like sort of like stutter. And then they can't move anywhere and he's there just flying across the court to like slam dunk it. And his pace, honestly, I'm probably showing clips right now. Just look at that. Look at that. I don't know why they made this character so broken in the game. He can run from like the top of the basketball court to the bottom of the court in like 3 seconds, maybe even less. And you could just run around the whole game, come in, grab the ball and just sprint up the other side and slam dunk it. Honestly, I don't know why, but he's there. He's not in my team of 3 of Waluigi, Bowser Jr. and Luigi, but I can guarantee you if I had a 4th spot, it will probably be a 2nd Waluigi, but then it will be Cacta. And you can, not you can guarantee, I guarantee that Slime would be nowhere near my team. Honestly, I don't like Slime. But that's the list. I'm sure you appreciate how I've brought up some very good arguments against all characters, why they deserve their spot. Especially Waluigi. I explained my spot perfectly there. He deserves it. He is the 2nd best character in the game. I mean, look, I didn't use my bias to put Luigi up in A tier, did I? I mean, I would have. I mean, I'll do that now. There you go. The team I use is the best, so get used to it. But that's the list, and let me know your thoughts below. This is another non-scripted video as well that I've done, if you if you couldn't tell from how unprepared this feels. So let me know how that is. Let me know your rankings below, and if you have any arguments for this, then with that out of the way, I will see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, and I also completely forgot to rank the Mages. So just know that they are S tier, but only when you play as the Mike Wazowski Mage.